We're out here at 50 yards testing out our hand loads for the 6.5 Carcano. Even with the sight flipped over, it shoots kind of high at 50 yards. I had a sticky extractor, which makes functioning a little tough, and I have to clean that up. And we're still shooting high at 50 yards, about 6 inches or so. We'll take a look at the targets when we're done. But so far so good. Accuracy overall is pretty good on all of them. Nothing you could say is a match group. Velocities are pretty consistent. So I believe that powder is pretty good for this bullet. It's all basically a combination of the right powder bullet combination to give you success. Okay, now we're going to go over our results for the 6.5 Carcano reloads. What we use as a test rifle is an 1891 model. Now let it be known it does have the game twist rifling in it, full-size rifle. I have a couple other carbines in that don't, so I don't know how that will affect the accuracy of these bullets. But just know we've got the original one with the long barrel and the game twist rifling. Make a note of that. Okay, cartridges of the world list the velocity of a military load at 2,296 feet per second. We kind of do come close to that, not exact, but we get there. We're not far off. Okay, the bullet we're using is a Hornady 160 grain bullet. It's the proper diameter and weight. It comes close to being like the standard military full metal jacket. It is a soft point bullet. And we're using IMR 4320, which I found this powder works fairly well. I tried several others in an earlier attempt, didn't have good results. Alright, our first load, 31 grains. Velocity was 2116 at the high and 1996 as a low. Extreme spread 120. Standard deviation 51 feet per second. We got a 2.5 inch group. As you see, that rifle shot a little high. So I readjusted my point of aim, got it down. The 32 grain load got up to high velocity of 2,080 feet per second. Low velocity of 1,984. Extreme spread of 96 feet per second. Standard deviation 37. Produced a 3-inch group. Now we go over to 33 grains. We get 2,044 feet per second is a high and 1,993 is a low. 51 is the extreme spread feet per second, and 21 is standard deviation, and a 2 1/4 inch group. Now the best results we got was with 34 grains. Velocity was up to 2,063 feet per second. Low velocity was 2,020. And so our extreme spread was 43, standard deviation 16. This was the tightest one, okay, with spread and deviation. It also produced the tightest group. Without that flyer in there, that's a 1-inch group. That flyer takes it out in the very width of it's 2 1/8. So this is probably the load we're going to go with. And then load some with this load and then try it out in the other guns. And then the last one, 160 grain, gets us up to 2157, 2093. So we're close to where we're replicating the military load with this. But we started to get an extreme spread. We got 3 1/8. So we're a lot better off with this one. We're going to load up some of this, see what it does in the other guns. And that's what we come up with there. A little bit more success than with the 8mm LaBelle.